So this is an interesting full commission order. It deals with the idea or the legal concept called standing. And basically, standing, this comes up in workers' comp, but it comes up with anything. And you'll often hear this with constitutional law type cases where the Supreme Court or whatever court will say, hey, you don't have standing for that issue. You might have standing in the future, but now you don't. What is standing? Standing basically means that you've suffered some kind of harm, and that gives you a right to pursue a legal remedy, or at least try to pursue a legal remedy. So if you're alleging, your First Amendment was violated, well, first you would have to make some type of speech, and then somebody would have to try to censor your speech or prevent you from making whatever thing you're saying, and then you would have standing to pursue, a First Amendment constitutional law case. So this is a workers' comp case. Doesn't deal with the First Amendment, but what it ends up dealing with is it comes up a bit these type of situations where the payment of bills. And so what ended up happening is this person was injured and in November, and then their ER bills, their hospital state bills, those were covered for the workers' comp claim. But a month later, because there was a serious injury, they were in some kind of rehab situation. And so what ended up happening is through somehow, in some way, and again, this happens, is their personal insurance paid for the rehabilitation. Not, it wasn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't paid through the workers' comp claim. And that might have been because the provider, that rehab facility, was like, I don't want to deal with the workers' comp thing. They're not approving it, so we're just going to push it through your personal insurance. And so this injured worker tried to pursue payment of those rehab bills through their workers' comp claim. And what the full commission said is the injured worker hasn't shown that they had suffered an economic harm. Perhaps the personal insurance company, maybe they suffered a harm, but they don't have standing in this case. So it's the injured worker who's pursuing repayment of the bills. If the insurance company wanted to come and say, hey, we should get subrogated through the BWC, that's a separate issue. Maybe they would have standing, maybe not. But the injured worker in this situation, they didn't show that they had standing, that they suffered an economic harm, that they had to pay some kind of bill. So the full commission said no standing, and you can't pursue these payment of these bills on behalf of your personal insurance provider. So it's interesting. You don't often see the issue of standing in the concept or in the context of workers' comp claims.